Okay, to start off today's stream, our first league is going to be of some Bant Spirits. This is the list that Andrei Strasky top-8'd GP Prague with. It's a really nice list of Bant Spirits. It's got Vials and Cocos, which is pretty neat. Just like a lot of ways to get its creatures into play efficiently. I assume this is a keep. We don't have a 1-drop accelerator. We are on the draw, but we've got a path to buy time. And then we've got like some very strong plays later on in the curve. I could see this being too slow to keep, but I'm going to keep it. Just to give it a try. Oh, KCI? No. Oh, so this is red-green Eldrazi, right? So this is like a colourless land for them. Basically a tri-land for them, if they're on red-green. Interesting. Now we draw on the island. I guess we just want to play out the Flooded Strand to hold up path. Since we can't fetch an island anymore. No, are they some sort of Kiki deck? Maybe? Like Temple Garden? Hey Raisin. I do in fact have some spirit, as it happens. I guess I just get the Temple Garden question mark. Ooh, that's a nice draw. Now we actually have a curve. Decent. I guess I just play this island for now. Yeah, the spirits lists are nice, Raisin. Supreme Phantom was like, it was already a deck that kind of existed, but Supreme Phantom was such a nice addition. Oh, I guess I meant to play the Botanical Sanctum, right? Because now if I draw more Botanical Sanctums, they're going to come into play tapped. That's pretty loose. Not too relevant, but... Alright, I'm officially confused as to what opponent's doing. Like, I'd assume there's some sort of Kiki-Jiki deck, but it's very odd collection of cards over there. I guess I just ran out my Geist. I'm not in love with it, but honestly, it's a bit awkward. If they play a threat, we have to path. It's like, we're kind of forced to Coco just to use our mana efficiently, but then we aren't getting to remove their threat. Hey there, Amy. Nice to see you. Hope you had a good weekend. Yeah, Bant Spirits has some really nice tempo stuff going on with like Spell Queller and stuff, right? It's really cool. Oh, they're casting Chord of Cooling here. Interesting. What do they get for 4? Okay, that's a pretty good one. That's gonna gum up the board a bunch. We kind of need to get it off the board too because of Resto Angel. Like, Resto Angel's definitely a concern here. I'm pretty good. Thanks for asking, Amy. I am pretty good. Visited my dad for the weekend, which was pretty great. We watched through season 6 of Orange is the New Black together, which is a show I really enjoy. It was also like way better than season 5 too. I didn't really like season 5 much at all. Alright, so now we Coco and try and hit a Lord. to eat the Thopter. We don't get to path the Pierink here in the La, which is a bit worrying because they could have a Resto Angel to blink this. But hopefully this Coco should eat through like a chunk of that. Oh my god. Rough. That was quite the bad collected company. Jesus. This is bad news. Yeah, I really enjoyed it, Amy. It's interesting. Yeah, that Scavenging Ooze is out of control. It's pretty gigantic. Hey, they're intolerable. What am I doing here? I guess I might just have to path the Scavenging Ooze. I really don't want to crack this Misty, because I know they've got a pile of lands on the bottom. I guess I cast the Coco and then crack the Misty. That could work. Spooky Spirit's going okay. We're only in our first game at the moment, so like, a bit early to say, but... The other option is I kill the voice. The path the voice. Because like as it is, they get to block our Geist, and that's pretty annoying. I kind of like pathing the voice, honestly. I think the token this makes is going to be really irritating for us. Yeah, I think I agree, Zulatin. Just like pathing the voice and getting a clean attack here. I'm unsure if I meant to Coco now or in their turn. In their turn means I can Spell Queller. I could hit a Spell Queller off the company, whereas on our turn could push like an extra damage or two with the Geist if we hit Lords. It's not like obvious to me which is better. The company hit a Selfless Spirit and that was it. Oh, they also don't know how safe it is to attack. Good point, Zulatin, yeah. I think I am just gonna wait then. I think I like just waiting here. Now we got like a guaranteed 4 damage in the air as well. Alright. I think I'm just gonna cast this here. I don't want to take too much damage. I guess depending on how this goes, they get to like eat something with the Scavenging Ooze. Things get rough, but double Supreme Phantom is messed up. I'm definitely taking a Supreme Phantom, right? So whether the second one is another Phantom or a Selfless Spirit, I think it's just another Phantom. Just like make these huge. Now I can block down P and K. These don't have a resto. Oh no, they're just eating the Birds of Paradise, right? That's fine. Resto Angel will be pretty unbeatable. Yeah. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Don't really know how we beat that Resto Angel. We're gonna have to start chumping the Scavenging Ooze next turn, right? Oh, we're also just like, if we take a single point of damage, we die to Thopter Pings. Also awkward. Right. I'm definitely attacking with the Geist. Oh, maybe I should probably have played this pre-combat. If there's a chance I'm only attacking with the Geist, right? That's pretty loose. Yeah, I am definitely only attacking with the Geist because I need these back to block. Yep. Yeah, I should have played this pre-combat. I doubt it's going to matter too much, but it might do. Ooh, there's someone at the door. Just be a sec. Alright. Well, they're not trying to kill the Geist. So, that's something. Yeah, there's a very decent chance we're just dead no matter what, Zulatin. I agree, but keep playing and all that. Like, we have a flying blocker here. They're on 4. If they brick on a draw step, we could win this. Going to win match to time for sure now, clearly. Playing the land, free combat. That just gives us info, right? It's kind of nice. So, they're definitely attacking with the Scavenging Ooze. The Resto Angel doesn't have a good attack. Yeah, they just attack with the Scavenging Ooze, right? And then we chump block it. Or, depending on what they do, we can also just, like, gang block it. Could also work. Yeah, like, no creatures here have good attacks other than the Scoos, I think. I think that's how this works. Oh my gosh, Matty, a whole year. Thank you so much for the continued support. I really appreciate it. Everyone put some hearts in chat for our returning subscriber. Thank you so much, Maddie. You're great. The year is like so long. Jeez. It is so long. Also, hi. I'm kind of sad. I didn't get to see you when I was down in Bristol recently. Alright, so we're just throwing this Hierarch under the bus, right? Reavowed, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime support. You're great. Put some hearts in chat for our new subscriber. Thank you so much. Your support is really appreciated. Moving house tomorrow for the first time in 5 years, that's kind of intense. I hope it all goes smoothly, Maddie. Thanks, Reavowed. I'm so excited to get to go back to the WMC. The previous World Magic Cup was like legitimately my favourite tournament I've ever been to. So, getting to go back is kind of huge. You can link your Amazon Prime up to Twitch. I don't know the exact process. Someone in chat can probably explain it. And if you do that, you get 1 free subscription every month via Twitch Prime. So it's like a way to support streamers without like costing you anything extra. It's really, really good. What am I doing here? If I attack with everything, they get 2 blocks, right? And then maybe they die? They're on 6 life because of the Scavenging Ooze. They block a 4/4 and the 3/3. And they only take 4. Okay, so they go to 2. It's not quite dead and leaves us dead. It's kind of scary giving them their time because their deck just like draws better than ours going along. It might be we only swing with the Geist. I guess that's the case. In which case I cast this pre-combat, right? Yeah, the Geist is the one creature they don't have good blocks on, so... Yeah, supposedly, I'm just reading something a sec, sorry. Yeah, if you go to this, you can connect your Amazon, this website that I've linked in chat, you can connect your Amazon Prime to Twitch Prime. And then, like, once it's been set up once, it's just, like, set up forever. For as long as you have Twitch Prime. For as long as you have Amazon Prime, rather. Alright, so they're stopping all the damage. They're gonna probably ping us here. Jerry T, oh my god. Thank you for that support. That's amazing. Thank you for the Twitch Prime subscription, Jerry. Everyone put some hearts in chat for our new subscriber. Alright, so they're gonna go up to 6. They're gonna go up to 7 post-combat because of this dying. If they don't draw anything good here, we're probably actually gonna win this, right? They've got 1 blocker in the air, and we've got 4, 5, 6, 7 coming through. Obviously a resto would be, like, actually game-ending, because they'd get more Thopters and get to ping us down. But otherwise, it's looking pretty good. Yeah, that's like the one downside, Maddie. You do have to remember to stay on top of that. Ooh, okay, they're passing the turn. That means they don't have resto, because they're giving us more draw steps towards a Spell Queller this way. So I guess that means we just swing with everything. Why wouldn't they attack with Scavenging Ooze? Oh, they just need the Scoos to block the Geist, I guess. So they could have, like, a path here. They go block here. Chump the Angel. Or they could just chump with the peeing. This is very confusing. I think I'm just going to swing with everything. I think I, like, can't afford to give them time, right? Because their draw steps are just so much better than ours. If they have a removal spell, I feel like they'd have pressured us last turn. Hey there, Luke. Hope it's going well. I'm unsure whether this is correct. It's like very weird playing against Kiki Horde for the first time in a while. Horde for 4, so they just get another resto, blink the P and K, shoot us. And this is only a 3/3, yeah. So they were playing around like an instant speed spirit to trigger this maybe, because then we could have countered the chord, and they needed all their creatures open. I don't know. It's interesting. Alright. So the Geist was like weirdly good that game. I don't think it normally goes that way. I feel like the board is normally going to get too gummed up for Geist. I don't know how I feel about Worship. They're like a toolbox deck, right? So they're probably just going to have an answer to this post board. Just be able to like tutor up a Rex Age or something. I don't know that we're actually changing much at all in this matchup. I think we just like want as much power and toughness as possible. All the sideboard cards seem kind of loose to me here. Yeah. Feels kind of wrong just to like run back our main deck, but I don't think Worship is really the right angle to be attacking that sort of deck when they have like so many tutorable answers. I'm a bit scared of the stupid Naya deal 5 spell, but we don't actually have any cards on the board that interact with that. I don't think I want Worship. I also just feel like our long game is... Maybe I'm underrating our long game, like our creatures do get really big. I might just be underrating our long game. Yeah, Fiery Justice, that's the one I was thinking of. That card seems very tricky for us. Oh, the Phantasmal Images might not be great. I guess they're fine if we pair them with Drogskol Captain. They are like lots of utility creatures that shoot down the images pretty well though. No, I don't have a good read on what stuff is good in this matchup quite yet, so I think I'm just going to run it back. Like, a bit of me wants to bring in Worship just as like an experiment, but I'm not convinced it's actually any good. That seems fine. We're on the play, right? So it's probably fine. Go Temple Garden on one. And then just like play a pile of Lords to overwhelm them. Alright, find Temple Garden. Interesting. Moorland Haunt is really nice. It forces them to use a tutor or an answer. That's true. Like, their tutors are limited. They only have the 4 chords, right? Eating through them is worth something. Is it better to lead with Selfless Spirit or Supreme Phantom? Zulatin, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime support. I really, really appreciate it. Everyone put some hearts in chat for our new subscriber. Thank you so much for supporting what I do. So Selfless Spirit gets more power and toughness in play short term. Supreme Phantom kind of does it long term. I think I just want the Selfless Spirit. It means I can protect Spell Queller too, which is nice. Means I think this is fine. Go like Selfless Spirit into maybe a Spell Queller if they don't play a Voice of Resurgence this turn. Alright, change of plans. Change of plans. This Geist is looking great with 2 Lords coming down. It's really hard for me to like figure this out because I feel like Geist should be terrible against their deck because they're just playing power and toughness to the board. But both games Geist has looked absurd. Like super hard for them to like deal with. Just because it hits so hard. It's so strange to me. It does seem solid, Raisin. Agree. Agree. It's like hit for 1 million. Hit for 8. I guess 8 isn't actually 1 million, but it's a very high number, all things considered. And now, like, Fiery Justice doesn't even do anything because of the Lords and because of Selfless Spirit. Thanks, Mafioso. I know some people have been jokingly referring to it as the Autumn Invitational, which I find amusing. If in doubt, just throw 1 million at their face, I know, right? Right click, attack all, cross my fingers. Supreme Phantom's a hell of a card. In fact, it's like a 1/3/2. If you get down a second one, they can't even be bolted anymore. Well, that was great. That was pretty great. I'm actually going to trim on Phantasmal Images, I think. I'm, like, very worried about Fiery Justice. I feel like if we trim on these things, we can, like, insulate ourselves against that card a bit. Still eyeing up this worship. Yeah, I'm using Andre's 75 Zulatan. It's like my first time playing the deck, so just copied his list card for card. I honestly don't know, Raisin. I think it's just because, like, you have a bunch of other 2s you want now with Supreme Phantom. But, and, like, because you have Aether Vial, I'm assuming, like, the ability to give your other spirits flash is less relevant now, too. Because you can flash them in anyway. But that would be, like, my thought process behind it. But obviously I wasn't the one who made the deck list. I still kind of want to cut this. Is that crazy? For like 1 copy of Worship. I am not convinced this card is good in the matchup, but I kind of want to try it. I think the Phantasmal Images are not very good. This is like the hand we had last game, except on the draw. I am not in love with it on the draw. It's just like a pile of 2-drops. Which I guess is what this deck is sometimes. Hand looks reasonable. Yeah, it's probably a keep. I'm like really not in love with it, but it's probably pretty unreasonable to send back a hand with like 3 lords, right? Alright, get down our tap land. Yeah, the big difference, Raisin, is that this game we're on the draw, which makes me feel like this is like a bit slower. But it's probably still fine. It's probably still like very reasonable. So I can go in Island. Start making lords. I think I just want to like go Lord, Drogskol Captain, Lord, etc. I could play the Selfless Spirit to protect the Captain. That's pretty reasonable too. Kinda like that. Play Selfless Spirit first to protect Captain. When the Captain comes down. We've got 2 blue sources because I fetched an island, which means if we hit any 4th land, we can go like Forest and then double Supreme Phantom on the 4th land. As long as they don't find a P and K, this hand could be very, very good here. P and K would buy them a lot of time. Alright. That's fine. Kind of just want to pass Spell Queller up now, rather than just like play our 2/2. Yeah, that's fine. It's like kind of telegraphed. They're almost certainly not going to play into it, but if it like makes their turn a bit more awkward, that still has value to us, right? Am I just like spell quelling literal anything? Just like accept my value. Might be a bit greedy. Whatever. Just like chump blocks. I feel like there's a decent chance they just don't play anything else into this. So even if this is bait, I still kind of want to take the bait, I think. I want to take the bait. Eternal Witness back of Rage, sure, that doesn't actually do anything. We're gonna just like get all our creatures out of range next turn, right? It's completely fine. Kinda sucks, we're gonna have to take damage off of this. Like a bunch of damage. Not really anything that can be done about that. I do just think I want to double Supreme Phantom this turn. Just like render the Abrade irrelevant. So I think I'm forced to just like take a bunch here. And that's fine. I kind of want the second white source, question mark, in case I draw path. Okay. Rar. Fear my mighty Supreme Phantoms. I think I'm attacking. There's like an argument for holding back. Attack puts them to 14, like... I'm pretty sure I'm just meant to attack. I'm pretty sure I'm not blocking, right? If I block, I just like let them use their Abrade efficiently, which isn't great for me. Now they're holding open Chord of Cooling. Huh. Interesting. This Mausoleum Wanderer is going to force their hand on that, which is nice. So I just lead with the Wanderer, force them to use the Chord. Means they can just Abrade the Wanderer. Whereas like if I could play the Drogskol Captain, I force action. With the Wanderer, they can't just like sit there abrading it. Unsure. This is pretty good though, regardless. Yeah, if they abrade Wanderer, they can't chord for more than 2. That's true. Maybe that's just like worth enough to us. This would be a good moment for us to have like had Rattlechains out. We just get to sneak this in whenever they go for it. Now we're dead next turn to what's it called? To Kiki. Oh no, we have a Wanderer in play. We're not dead to Kiki. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. If I attack with 3, they get to block 1. That's okay. Because we have like a bunch of decent blockers here. We represent like super lethal next turn. We have Wanderer to stop them tutoring Kiki. So they need to naturally draw the Kiki. Interesting. So they have Chord plus Abrade in hand. So I just want to hold the Wanderer to counter the Chord. right? If they spend their turn abrading the Wanderer, they're not going to be able to do anything impressive with the Cord. So just let this resolve. Aether Vial too strong. Oh my god, Alex. Huh. So they're doing this now to stop us making it a 5-5 for the turn. Right. So... I think yeah, they have to chump with the birds. So they still need a land to kill us. Which is something. They have to chump with the birds. The rest are like bounces off a 3-5. So opponent needs untapped land to kill us. But missed a land drop last turn. So might not have it. Alright, we're just going to cross our fingers here. I'm not going to bother playing Aether Vial. I guess it makes no difference one way or the other, right? But I don't think we gain anything from it. Please no land. Please no land. Please no... You've crossed everything, even your eyes. Oh my god. Yes! Hype! 1-0. That was great. That was great. We are very lucky. We are like the actual luckiest. Easy, I know, right? So easy. How would it ever not be easy? So, like, obviously that game of Rattlechains would have been absurd. But, yeah, I guess it actually would have just been absurd. If this Aether Vial had been a Rattlechains, we'd have saved the Wanderer, right? So that's something to note. That game would have been a lot less tense if we'd had this Aether Vial be a Rattlechains. But that's, like, just gonna be the case anyway, right? Replace Aether Vial with like any other spell and it's obviously going to be better on turn 6. That's just how Aether Vial works sometimes. It's not like that meaningful a piece of information. It's also nice that like with Aether Vials you get to play 3 copies of Horizon Canopy. So you're like just so much more able to cycle your lands in the late game. Alright, we'll play first. This is probably fine. Got a curve. Got some pressure, got some interaction. Yeah, exactly, Raisin. It's just like what you sign up for with Aether Vial. It's fine. Part of the package. Alright. Sure got Spirit. Ooh. Tribal Mirror. Tribal Mirror. Exciting. Right on time. Mausoleum Wanderer. I guess Mausoleum Wanderer isn't the best in this matchup, so I'm not too sad about that, but this will objectively decide which is the better tribe. That's exciting. That's exciting. The worships seem really nice here in this matchup. Get to board in some worships. Okay. I like what you got going on there, opponent. They might have worship too. Not typically. It's kind of hard to cast worship with Ancient Ziggurat in your deck, is like part of the problem. This Spell Queller is nice. It's probably not going to be blocking the Thalia. I feel like if it blocks the Thalia, there's a chance that we just get, like, ruined by a Thalia's Lieutenant. But, making sure they can't Mantis Rider us this turn is really appealing. Geist does not seem the best in this matchup. I assume the Geists get boarded out in this matchup. They're also just, like, kind of expensive as well. As well as, like, running into clogged up boards really badly. Ooh. Huh. Alright. Is it bad I want to try and trade the Wanderer for this champion? They clearly don't have a Lieutenant, right? If they had a Lieutenant, they'd be attacking with Thalia. Is that a crazy thing for me to be thinking? Like, I feel like if they had Lieutenant, they just attack with both. Because there's nothing in this deck that blows them out. Could be bait, maybe. Because I can go Wanderer, Supreme Phantom, this is a free, and then, like, if this trades with the champion, that's so absurd for us. It just, like, takes away all their pressure. I am really unsure about this. I feel like I'm gonna go for this. This might be a mistake. I feel like if they had a Lieutenant, they're just so likely to swing with Thalia, though. Just, like, becomes a really safe attack, right? Taking 2 to keep up Queller. It's not just taking 2, though. If we get to trade the... Excuse me. My voice went for a sec. If we get to trade the champion for the Wanderer, then, like, champion is just the best card in their deck in these sorts of matchups, right? Because it just grows so big that you can't deal with it after a certain time period. So it's, like, kind of amazing for us if we do get this trade. That's true, Raisin. It's, like, a nice plan. We could have gone for that. Like, I'm not convinced this is the right play. I just, find champion quite scary. Oh, they're trying to dig to a Lieutenant. Please don't get there. No! No! Okay, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. I am okay with this. In terms of things that could have happened, that is one I am okay with. We get to hit them for 4 now. Hold up Queller. Alright. I'm pretty sure we want to do that. We missed... Yeah, this is just great. The Wanderer's gone, so we're not even missing out on any damage here. Being on the play definitely feels quite helpful in this matchup, perhaps unsurprisingly. They have lots of 2s in hand. Means they probably don't have many... That's kind of surprising. They don't have a Lieutenant in hand, but they have like lots of 2s. I guess they just have like Meddling Mages and Freebooters, maybe, that line up really poorly in the matchup. Huh. So they have a Lieutenant. This can only become a 3/3, right? This can only become a 3/3 off a Lieutenant. And this is a 3/4. So this is just great for us. We just get to eat the champion. Unless I'm missing something. This is just excellent. We're also trying to eat the Thalia, but I don't think the Thalia does anything. I guess it turns off Coco's, but we've already got a bunch of cards we can cast with our mana. We're not like lacking in things to do. Jeez, this game has been kind of unreal. We're just getting to like eat all our opponent's creatures because of this like Rattlechains and stuff. Another Lieutenant. That's pretty good. That's a lot of power and toughness. We've got a 2-turn clock in the air though, and we've got this Queller to help protect us. So I think we're gonna be fine. I could see this Point of Life mattering. And we're only gonna fetch a Plains anyway. I guess I just wait on cracking the Strand then. The white splash and Tron that Corey Baumeister argued for. I have not actually seen his argument for that, Mafioso. I need to go read that. Is that on TCG Player? If so, I might go read it after the stream. Cool. I'll go have a look at that later, Mafioso. My suspicion is that Surgical is just better than Rest in Peace in Tron, but very curious to see what he has to say about it. Alright. I guess there's no reason to cast the Hierarch pre-combat. It makes no difference though. Let's just swing with the team. Put them to 7. Cast our Hierarch as like a chumper. And obviously we have these as like can add to the lethal, help us kill for a Mantis Rider. So Rip is very good against Storm, but I feel like Surgical is also really good against Storm. From like the Tron side anyway, there are decks where like Surgical does nothing against Storm, but from the side of Tron, I feel like it's really good. I guess part of my concern is I feel like when you're on the draw, Rip just doesn't do anything against like Bridgevine and decks like that. Like when you're on the draw, Rip is just kind of slow in those matchups. Especially in Tron where you just don't have like turn 1 interaction. Whereas Surgical like always does something when you're on the draw. And it might not be as objectively powerful, but it doesn't need to do that much. It just needs to like keep you alive for like 2 or 3 turns. So your late game can take over. I don't know. Alright, Worship seems excellent. This card seems very hard for them to beat. I don't think there's anything else we want. Just the Worships. The Worships seem great though. And then I suspect the worst cards are these Geists. It's kind of hard to get clean attacks with them. Timely is cool though. Timely is cool. Timely Reinforcements is like an absurd magic card. I think that card's been very underrated for quite a long time. It's like, often its floor is like Time Walk and a half, you know? Like, its floor is like, you get 1.5 more turns. And then its ceiling is like, you trade with a card, get 2 turns, maybe even 2.5 turns. Like, its ceiling is like so unreasonable. That sounds pretty nice. Can you imagine how good Time Walk is in Tron? It's like all you want, right? Time Walk is amazing in Tron. You just need to, like, get to turn 4, basically. Ideally get to turn 3, but, like, games don't always go that cleanly. Let's just find an island and cast this Aether Vial. We've got a very explosive hand. Next time we get to go, like, Supreme Phantom plus Wanderer. Just, like, so efficient. Ew! Holy cow! That's a good Reclamation Surge. Jesus. Okay, that took my breath away a bit. Jeez. Rude. This isn't even a human. What are you doing? With your elf shamans. Rude. Yeah, I don't really understand Horizon Canopy in Tron very much. I can understand it as, like, kind of understand it as a one-of, but I don't know. Yeah, taking some damage. Sure are. Ooh, Hierarch is nice. I kind of want to Queller this time. Queller, like, also just blocks well. Right? Which is appealing. It's, like, kind of telegraphed that we have it here. But if it stops them attacking with as much stuff, that's nice. Yeah, I've not found control on lose. I think the Jeskai matchup's pretty hard to lose. Jeskai is just like a much worse deck than blue-white. The blue-white matchup, like, obviously Tron is favoured. I don't think it's by nearly as wide a margin as people say, though. It's, like, very possible to lose to blue-white. They've gained, like, a lot of, like, it's weird, because Jason to Fairy are cards that don't seem like they should be good against Tron, but, like, part of the problem in the matchup from the blue-white side has always just been that, like, you can answer your opponent's threats, you just end up down so many cards in the process to, like, Ulamog triggers and stuff. And cards like Jason Teferi are actually just weirdly exactly what you need to push through that. It, like, it doesn't really make any sense that they should be good against Tron, but they actually kind of are. Because all blue-white needs is just, like, enough card advantage to push over the top of Ulamog triggers and stuff. Yeah, Teferi allows them to turn the corner, exactly. What are we doing here? I, like, kind of need to as a block, I kind of need to be pressuring them. But Imi just wants to do, like, these three, so I don't expose the image to, like, don't expose the image to, like, a Reflector Mage this turn. I guess I'm just doing that. I'm a bit nervous about, what's it called? About Staticaster right here. Staticaster would be a problem. So like take down our Hierarch, and then they like bounce the Phantom, they get to take down our Wanderer. It starts getting really rough really quickly. Alright. No Statocast is good news. Their hand must have a lot of lands in it right about now. They've already cycled a Canopy. They didn't really do anything very productive with their previous turn. So I'm not feeling in the worst position. Obviously, like, we're a bit behind in the race here, but we're in a fine position. Like, the Lord is gonna, if they don't have any sort of answers to our board, the Lord's gonna do a lot of work. Like, next turn we're hypothetically attacking for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's like, the damage scales up really quickly with this deck. It's kind of surprising. Ace is basically doing the same thing Merfolk does, right? But with, like, creatures that do something other than just be large bodies. Ooh, Freebooter? Image? What is this? Oh no, it's Hostage Taker? Jesus Christ, this is really good. Yeah. Gross. I'm not surprised they took the Wanderer. I guess they're worried that if they take the Supreme Phantom, we can just answer the Hostage Taker in time. That makes sense. It's still like a chump blocker too. It does something. That makes sense. Oh my god. This Hostage Taker. Huh. It's interesting. I guess we haven't had an opportunity to use a Path to Exile this game, so like, the conservative line makes some amount of sense. How do we win this game? This comes a 3-4. Go Drogskol on the Wanderer, 3-4 on a 2-3. We take 6 still. It's gross. I think the answer is we probably don't win this game. So we need to go like Canopy Drogskol Captain, right? The other option is I just image the Spell Queller. So I have a pair of 2/3s. I go like block, block, take 5. I can even chump with the Hierarch if I want. But then I get to get my tap land down, which is pretty nice. The other option is I cast Drogskol Captain, play the tap plan. I have 2 blockers. I block a 2/3 and a 2/3. And I take 5. I think I like that the most. I can like chump with Hierarch on a later turn. Kind of want to get down. Oh no, this just ends up dying in combat though. Because it has to block a 2x. Yeah, so that's just bad. So I just have to play the image. Just like make a 2/3. I mean, if they don't draw any more spells, we can hypothetically win this game. Our blockers are going to grow, like, big enough that they can take over the board. With, 2 Lord effects coming down. They're just cracking the canopy. That is good news. Oh, I could have copied... I'm stupid. No, you're right. I should have done that. No, you're completely correct, Old Mac. I should have copied the Reflect Mage. I've not played with Phantasmal Image in, like, a long, long time. Luckily it didn't end up mattering, but I should have done that. Like, the creature type's kind of relevant, but I think what I was actually meant to do is copy Hostage Taker, take the Wanderer maybe? Take the Wanderer back? Unsure. Right, I think I'm just jumping with my Hierarch. I can also just go to 1. I should definitely have copied the Reflect Mage for sure. At the very least, we'd have got to, like, FTK this Reflect Mage, right? Get a body off their side. I think I got, like, tunnel vision into the, like, making our spirits big plan. Excuse me. Alright, I think this is what we're doing. That's kind of nice. It gets a basic for us. It means we can cast both our spells this turn. The Reflector Mage swing is terrifying. They just get to, like, keep chewing through our board, which sucks. But I guess this is what we're doing. And the planes. Cast a Captain. Cast a 2/4. Alright. We can get in maybe get in some attacks here. So if they were to swing with everything, and we were to swing with these two, we'd have 2 blockers. So we get to go block, and we would die. So we need to leave back 1 Spell Queller. And we have 3 blockers, so we can go block, 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 and only take 3. Makes sense. We're actually not in a terrible position. We need to, like, fade a bunch of draw steps, but our board is, like, somewhat impressive. They can only really attack with 1 creature a turn at the moment. Which, like, we're forced to chump every turn, which sucks, but this game would have been a lot easier if I'd gone. I think what I was meant to do is Phantasmal Image, the Hostage Taker, take a Hierarch hostage and cast it. Because then they have, like, less exalted triggers, which means, like, attacking with an individual creature is a lot less scary for us. Because their creatures just, like, standalone attack as, like, something much smaller than they currently do. And we basically get an extra chump block out of the deal, which is nice. Because as it is, like, the Spell Queller is likely going to have to chump block anyway, right? I wonder how a double block looks. Oh, they just have a Mantis Rider. They just have a Reflector Mage. Okay, that's probably game over. We can only block 2 creatures. We take 5 if they attack with all. See the line. Alright. I think we'd probably still lose that game, even if I play the Phantasmal Image better. So I'm not too concerned about that. It's like obviously awkward that it happened, but I think it's fine. Get to be on the play now, which seems really good in this matchup. And we still just have these two worships in our deck that like probably just like break the matchup wide open. I imagine it's very hard for them to deal with this card. They do have a Reclamation Sage, I guess, but that's like what, 1 or 2 outs in their 60 cards. It's not terribly huge amount for them. Oh, plus images, that's true. Once they find the first Rec Sage, they can image the Rec Sage. That's very true. I just want to get to activate an Aether Vial at some point in this league. Some point in this league we will activate an Aether Vial. So my plans for today, obviously we're playing some Bant Spirits. I've also got blue-white spirits loaded up. I ended up choosing the highest finishing blue-white spirits list from Prague. That was the one that like looked most appealing to me. It's a bit more heavy on the tribal plan than the other lists. Maybe to the point that it's like maybe excluding some tools it could have access to for the sake of tribal synergies that I'm like not excited about that aspect of things, but it also just seems like the most solid list in some regards too. So the meta this was played in was very control heavy. It was played in GP Prague, where of the top 32 decks, 8 of them were blue-white control. So that's like 25% of like, you know, the winner's meta game or whatever was blue-white control, which is kind of absurd. Blue-white control was also just the most popular deck in day 2 as well. So that could well be a factor for the vials. The vials are quite nice against the control decks. I'm not in love with this hand because it's kind of slow, but it's got worship and it's got like this combo. So we're kind of obligated to keep, I think. I'm just going to get down this tapped turn 1. Chance that we're like turn 1 path to exiling is very low. Don't really want to like rampant growth my opponent on turn 1, you know. Wouldn't mind a second white source. It's really awkward if we draw another Sanctum. I guess we just go like free drop into free drop if we draw another Sanctum though. Yeah, just play this. Go find a Temple Garden. Kinda tempted just to like path whatever they play here. Path the champion here. We'll see what they do though. It's kind of curious if they have no turn 2 play. Oh wow, interesting. I think now I'm not pathing because this champion isn't going to grow up for a while. I don't think this champion's actually terribly threatening at the moment. I can save the path for like a hostage taker or something. I would love to get this down, but I just want to hold open Spell Queller this turn. The Spell Queller is like pretty great. Get to go Spell Queller into Captain to protect the Queller. Just like keep the spell under lock and key. Hopefully we hit an untapped land next turn so we can run out the Vial at the same time. Start taking that up for some mana efficiency. Alright, very, very happy to Spell Queller a Mantis Rider. Mantis Rider is a scary magic card. Alright, now we just want to make sure this can't get Reflectomaged, right? By getting down our Drogskol. Yeah, I'm unsure Horizon. The other Bant list that did well had it had no vials but only had the one cavern. I think the thinking is that cavern's like a bit awkward with Noble Hierarch and Path to Exile. You have like a lot of like fairly intense mana costs in the deck. So Cavern is like very good, but it's also like a bit awkward too. You have like a bunch of white sideboard cards too. Like our entire sideboard is like these white hate cards and like counter spells and stuff that all increase like the pressure on your mana base. Oh my god, if we untap and get to play a second Drogskol Captain, we can't lose this game, right? Just hexproof on everything. That's true, Raisin. That's true. I know. I don't think cabins are free. But obviously they're quite appealing. If you're looking to like target the control decks for sure. Well, they're just gonna make some huge champs. I think we win this race. Gonna have so much flying next turn. The second captain. Just like being on the play seems so amazing in this matchup. It's kind of unreal. Yeah, Spirit's plan is pretty okay versus them. You're not wrong, Mafioso. Oh hey, hexproof. That's pretty good. I think I'm just gonna hold open path here. If they represent lethal, we can path one of the champions. Otherwise, we can save path to like clear a flyer out the way to make sure they die next turn. Contraction has been assembled. I know, right? Go Drogskol Captain. Here comes the Mantis. Here comes the Mantis. It's like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. So they're hoping to have like another human after the Mantis Rider. But we get to path the Mantis Rider, which they don't know about. Get to block the champ too. The little champ. Alright. I am sorry about this. Hexproof is kinda messed up. Do you think hexproof might be a problem? I get that distinct suspicion. Sorry, not sorry. I am not really sorry. Jeez. Double Drogskol Captain is all kinds of rude. Alright, 2-0. 2-0, unbeatable magic deck. I'm gonna go get some water a sec before our next round. And we'll cast yet more spirits. Alright. 2 endo with Bant Spirits. On to the third. This deck is sweet. It's so hard to interact with once it gets going. Just has like ignores the ground so well. Midday and they're already on the hard spirits. Oh my god. Spirits are high, Luke. Alright, we have to be on the play again. So lucky. Ooh. Alright. God, I hate these hands in Noble Hierarch decks. These hands are the worst. What do we think about this? Like, my inclination is to keep this hand, but it's obviously problematic. You would mull, Luke? You might be right. I don't know. 1 removal and I'm dead. It's true. Alright, alright. Remembered the stream motto. We do not mulligan here. Incoming bolt. Ooh. Spirits Mirror. Oh wait, they could just be humans too, I guess. I guess they could just be humans. I was hoping for a Spirits Mirror, that would have been sick. Alright. I guess we're just playing the Selfless Spirit, maybe? Kinda like that. Image copy Hierarch is tech. Oh my god. It's honestly not the worst. I think I'm just playing this though. Get the most power and toughness in play. Humans. I was hoping over a Spirits Mirror. Humans is a bit better against us. Just like hope to fade Reflector Mage for the entire game. For our like little Hierarch sitting there. Sick. Who's the luckiest? I guess I want this to get a white source. That makes sense. find basic planes to like preserve life total whilst fixing our mana nicely. Then we get to go Supreme Phantom, swing for 4, cast the Wanderer. Just gonna like have a very decent clock here, with another Lord coming down next turn, if they don't have a Reflector Mage. Champion time? Oh, no, Noble Hierarch. Okay, that's less frightening. Meddling Mage, no, Reflector Mage. Probably bouncing Supreme Phantom here. Yep, makes sense. Kind of brutal, honestly. Really slows us down. Lieutenant? Yeah. That's pretty good. They only have the one card left in hand, though. This is kind of an awkward one, like... Vidimi wants to not cycle it because, we need 4 mana for double Supreme Phantom next turn. So yes, I'm keeping this Canopy. Hey there, doggo. I can, copy Reflector Mage to buy myself some time. Oh, I can copy Reflector Mage, bounce the Freebooter. That's nasty. That's, like, really nasty. Gives us 1 less spirit, but, really eats into their board. The downside is it's gonna trigger the Lieutenant, but I'm probably pathing the Lieutenant anyway, so that's kind of fine. And we get to attack for free here. Probably going to end up pathing this Lieutenant since it's just going to grow really big. There's like a non-zero argument for pathing the Reflector Mage instead, but like, this is going to take 2 more triggers to be bigger than the Reflector Mage, right? It kind of makes sense. Kind of don't hate hitting the Reflector Mage here. Yeah, this feels weird, but I think I'm actually going to do this. It takes 2 more creatures to make this bigger than the Reflector Mage. I just don't think the game's going to go on very long. I guess I didn't consider that they have Buglers in their deck now, which makes it a lot easier for them to get 2 triggers. I've not played Modern since Bugler entered this deck. It might change. Maybe that changes the equation enough to hit the Lieutenant. The fact that Bugler represents 2 triggers. I didn't really consider that. Also, holy cow. This Meddling Mage is not remotely beatable. Jesus Christ. They just get to name Supreme Phantom, and now we can't win the game. It's like gross. Honestly, it's kind of gross. Thanks, Stampit. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, I'm not patriotic in the slightest, and I find, like, patriotism kind of gross. But at the same time, like, I think I enjoy representing England from the perspective of I know a lot of people in the Magic community here, and it's nice to be, like, kind of representing a bunch of my friends that way. If that makes sense. Ooh, that's a good one. Let's get rid of this Meddling Mage. Yeah, if we'd got rid of the Lieutenant instead, just being smart. Might have been in a better position here. I didn't really consider that Bugler, like, throws the equation a bunch. Anyway, we get to hit for 6 down to 7. And then, like, just try and survive the next attack. Yeah, that makes sense, Zulatin. I feel kind of the same. Like, as long as, like, nice people, like, decent people are doing well, that's what matters. Doesn't really matter where they're from. Right, Thalia doesn't do too much, other than get a trigger on the Lieutenant. Thank you, Amy. I really appreciate hearing that. I just need to chump this with the Reflector Mage. Decent chance the answer is yes. The Reflector Mage is kind of like keeping some stuff at bay, but I feel like it's pretty hard to lose if we just like gain 7 life here. Next turn Supreme Phantom is gonna what? Mean that they go to 1, potentially. Need to fade a spell here, or like a relevant spell, but they'd have cast it pre-combat because of the Lieutenant. That's not bad. Let's just run out the Phantom. Swing with all our spirits, and then the freebooter has to chump a 4-power creature, and they go to 1. And then with the Selfless Spirit plus, like, 3 blockers, I think we're pretty well equipped to, like, just win this game from her. Yeah, Path would have been lethal. As would, I guess Phantasmal Image wouldn't have been lethal because we got rid of the Reflector Mage. It's okay though, our deck's, like, doing pretty well here. We've got 3 blockers. And their board really isn't that threatening, other than the Lieutenant. Oh, I could have played the Wanderer. Oh, you're right, I'm stupid. The Wanderers would have triggered each other. You're right, Craster. I'm still, like, getting used to this deck. I've never played with Mausoleum Wanderer before in my life. It's fine. Still, like, probably win this. Because we've got the Selfless Spirit here. That just means our board's going to stay so intact post-combat. Yeah, opponent would have blocked Wanderer. Yeah, yeah, it's the same, Nicholas. You're right. Try Scales before you left for Prague. So Lowry, how did you find the blue-white control matchup in... Also, well done, by the way. You crushed. It's amazing. It's awesome to see you doing well. How did you find the blue-white matchup? Well, how have you been finding the blue-white matchup? That's like the major thing that's like put me off trying scales properly, is that blue-white control seems like such a miserable matchup. But like, obviously you crushed, and it's amazing. Alright, so worships come in like last time, Geists go out. I think that was the only change we made last time. Seems good. Yeah, modern can be really complicated. So, opponents making a bunch of mistakes day 2 isn't that unusual. Only facing blue-white once is unreal, Larry. Did you see how much there was? Like, the top 32, there were 8 blue-white control decks. It's like complete absurdity. Just by far the most, like, winning deck in the tournament, by the looks of things. So that is fine. It's got a Vial, which is really nice. Turn 1 Vial. Yeah, Module seems really good. That card seems pretty great for helping grind through blue-white. What am I doing here? I kinda need to fetch a shock off one of these. So yes, I need blue and white, so I can't get Hallowed Fountain. Because I need blue and white to be on separate lands. So I probably go Island Temple Garden. That makes the most sense to me. Island plus Temple Garden. Let's try out that. So we can just fetch an island turn 1 to save some life here. And then next turn we can fetch a Temple Garden. Yeah, that makes sense, Lowry. Good going. Winning a GP is like so sick. Alright, let's take up the Vial. Ooh, Coco's nice if we hit some more lands. So I'm gonna go find my Temple Garden now. Just like make sure we've got all our mana sorted. Run out probably the Selfless Spirit. Since, yeah, just run out the Selfless Spirit. We can run out Wanderer in our opponent's turn. Wow, 11 different decks in Swiss. That's absurd. I've never had that happen in a modern GP. Every modern GP I play, it feels like I face Affinity like 4 times. It's like so ridiculous how much I keep facing Affinity in modern GPs. Like, legitimately, I've played like 4 modern GPs, and probably 3 of them I faced Affinity at least 3 times in like the 13 rounds. Yeah, you get Ballista and they don't, right? So I assume you just crush Affinity. Like, Ballista seems like an absurd mirror breaker. Just like wildly unbeatable. How do you find the Tron? Do you think you just crush Tron, Larry? I've played I played the Tron side of the matchup, and it's like a lot harder than normal affinity, but I think it's pretty close. I guess you have you had 4 damping spheres in your board though, which seems pretty unreasonable. The only bad thing is Oblivion Stone. That makes sense. I get to run out this vial here. Hold up path. I have this Phantasmal Image. I could image the Bugler. Go dig in for another spirit. A bit of me wants to set up Image plus Drogskol Captain next turn. I think I want to build towards that more than anything. I think if I get to go Image plus Drogskol Captain, it's going to be pretty hard to lose this game. So I should just be patient on this image. There's like no reason to use it yet. Wanting to mise Solemnity. Oh my god. Who needs Stony Silence when you've got Solemnity? Yeah, and Ballista's a lot worse against the Hardened Scales deck than it is against Traditional Affinity. Against Traditional Affinity, you like cast a single Ballista and you can't lose the game. Whereas against your version, this like seems a lot worse. Maybe Hardened Scales is just great. I'm like interested in playing some more of that deck. I was just like fed up of facing blue-white all the time online, but I could see the deck just being very good. I want to trade a path to keep this Collected Company in hand and get their 1/2 out of play. This is probably fine. I'm not like in love with it. It ensures I keep my Coco, which means like if I draw lands, I've still got lots of action going on. Just like gets a flyer out of the way, make sure they can't interact with my clock very well. Yeah, I'm kind of expecting a lot of blue-white. All the pros seemed really high on the deck this tournament. I expect that Stockholm will be the same in terms of like oh geez, another lieutenant. This is actually a decent clock. They could still Filing and Meddling Mage. What are they gonna name? Collected Company, sure. That's A-okay. Now we just get to make all our creatures hexproof and have a 2-turn clock. Yeah, I'm expecting blue-white to be the most popular deck in Stockholm. Just like it was at this one. Like, I think just all the pros seem really high on the deck. All the good players seem high on the deck. I would be pretty surprised if it's not the most popular. Which makes taking Hardened Scales a bit scary. It's definitely the best deck. Yeah, I think there's like a very decent chance it's the best deck. I don't think it's like clear or obvious, but like it's certainly very, very good. Get to hit for 9 here, jeez. It's pretty unlikely we die on the way back too. If need be, we can chump. We probably won't have to. It's not even really chumping, we just like sack the Selfless Spirit to save our Drogskol Captain on blocks. Clearly, Cornucopia combo is the most broken deck in the format, clearly. Why would we ever think otherwise? I don't honestly know, Luke. I think Tron is favoured against it, but not by a large margin. I think blue-white has like a very reasonable game plan in that matchup. Has had like acquired a lot of tools in the last year also in the matchup. I don't honestly know what other decks or even favoured against it. Everyone said Tron is a good matchup for blue-white. I think that's interesting. Amulet Titan is very good versus blue-white. That's such a hard deck for anyone to actually pick up, though, in time for the GP. Mantis Rider. That's a problem. Guess we could still lose this. Interesting. So... Alright, so I win this, right? I think I just win this. I double block the Drogskulls on the Mantis Rider, sack the Selfless Spirit, eat the Mantis Rider, and then swing back for 9, and they can only block one of our critters, at most, off the Vial. But they'd have Vialed in another Mantis Rider if they had one. Yeah, this is great. I think we just win this pretty convincingly. Yes, I've heard the Spirit stacks are good against blue-white. I've both heard that, and it has seemed the case when I've, like, seen the match on camera and on people's streams and stuff. Blue-white Spirit seemed underpowered. Yeah, I would probably agree with that. I'm going to try it out later this stream. I'm, like, interested to give it a try. But I agree it seems, like, much lower power level. We can't Coco. There's, some mage meddling with us about that one. Alright. Dece. I'm pretty good, Sandro. Thanks for asking. Had a nice weekend visiting my dad in the south. What is this? Okay. That is definitely a 2-3. Alright, well, 3-0. 3-0. We got Spirit. Jeez. We have got some Spirit. Yeah, this is Andre's version, Lowry. It's felt pretty great so far. The Vials have actually felt kind of nice so far as well. And the Horizon Canopies. Most people are playing like 1 canopy at most. Whereas Andre gets to play 3 of them because of the Vials. Pretty exciting. Only way you could have more Spirit is if you were drowning your whiskey. Oh my god. Bit early in the day, Horizon. Alright, 3-0. Keep this going. Alright, we're going first. Easy keep. Easiest keep of my life. Jesus Christ, this hand. This hand is something. Turn 1 Hierarch, turn 2 2 Spirits. Turn 3 rip the land for Coco into Double Lord. Easy game. Fair point, Reason. Mist Veil Plains. Oh god. They're playing Martyr. We're actually playing against Martyr. Please don't tell me we're playing against Martyr. That deck is kind of miserable to play against. Just like turn 3 Ghostly Prison, GG. Alright. At least we have the Selfless Spirits, so we can deal with like a Wrath of God, which is nice. Okay, you won't tell me that I'm playing against Martyr. Thank you, Raisin. I appreciate it. Oh, Ghostly Prison incoming. I assume. No ghost. What's going on? What is our opponent's hand? Alright. Phantasmal Image? Does that do anything? I guess it's just like another 2-1. We have these Selfless Spirits, so we're not actually scared of Wrath of God, so we can just like overextend here quite happily. And we do this pre-combat to get our Wanderer trigger. I'm pretty sure I just want like another Selfless Spirit over like copying Wanderer here. There's a world in which we're meant to copy Hierarch out of fear for Ghostly Prison, but lots of these decks have like been trimming on Ghostly Prisons from like the old stock lists. Interesting. This is good. It gets us another mana, right? Yeah, I'm very interested in digging out another land here. Awesome. Yeah, we'll talk about it later, Larry. For sure, this deck seems like it could be well positioned. It's definitely worth considering talking about. Yeah, I mean, if we hit a Lord, this actually doesn't matter, right? If we hit a Lord, maybe this is fine. There's a lot of flyers, but I think it's probably fine. We just swing in, crossing our fingers here, crying when we don't hit a Lord. I guess that's what we're doing. Didn't come here to not do that. Whoa, aggro block. Okay. I like it. So I want to crack fetch before Coco to thin a land out of my deck. I don't want to find forest because of the Field of Ruin, and I want to keep holding up path potentially. So yes, I am shocking myself. That was a very long-winded way to say I'm going to fetch a shock land untapped and feel sad if I don't end up casting this path, but it's not like they really pressure our life total, so it's probably fine. Sick! Oh my god. So disgusting. Take 9. That was great. That was great. Okay. Deal. Right, these unified wills seem great. Geist is like potentially interesting. Thalia is potentially interesting. We definitely want the unified walls though, I think. Oh my god, having to figure out how to board against Martyr is always really frustrating. Because like, Path is so bad against like the 90% of their deck that isn't a 1-mana 6/6 lifelinker. Green splash for Coco seems solid. Agree. Would agree with you on that one. So like the problem is like the 90% of their deck that isn't the 1-mana 6/6 flyer like Serra Ascendant is the path is so bad against. But like that one card we need some number of paths in for. So I guess we're trimming like 1 to 2 paths, maybe? It's kind of awkward. I honestly don't hate the idea of cutting a Hierarch or two, because they're gonna have Wrath of Gods in their deck, and we aren't gonna have Selfless Spirit every game. Yeah, Geist is very good at getting around prison, that's true, if they are playing Ghostly Prison. I kind of want the Thalias, but I guess they're not, like, amazing. The games go long, anyway. It's not like they run cantrips or anything, it's only hitting, like, Wrath of Gods and stuff. This is probably fine. Probably just gonna run it like this. I'm not convinced, like cutting... Maybe we're just meant to cut the one Hierarch, I'm not, like, sure about that. Hierarch helps us attack into Squadron Hawk. That's a thing. But we'll try this out. Eep. Alert. Alert. No, Mistveil Plains is like 90% to be Martyr proc. Like that's the Martyr proc's the only deck that runs Mistveil Plains. I've not even seen Mistveil Plains very much in, like, the, crappy Sun Titan Emeria decks. Yeah, the question is resoundingly answered, for sure. Drawing another basic sucks. Our basics seem, like, really, really good to have in our deck in this matchup. So, drawing one is pretty rough against the Path to Exile, Field of Ruin, likely Ghost Quarter deck. I really want to get the Vial ticking up. This is fine. We can go Vial. Next turn it ticks up to 1, we play Geist. Turn after it ticks up to 2, and we have Selfless Spirit open. I'm not in love with ramping them by, like, pathing Martyr on turn 1. I think that's, like, a bit awkward. Kind of want to get the Vial down this turn. I think it pays off in the long run, right? This, like, probably pays off in the long run. That's absurd, Sandro. I saw a colorless stacks list where the only way to win was Metalworker beatdown, which is kind of great. It's like kind of the dream. Ugh. Yeah. That card is scary. That card is quite scary. Alright. That sounds amazing, it does. What else do you need, like, once they're locked out? Just attack them with your 1/2 a bunch. I guess I'm just gonna hold open this Spell Queller now. Feel very dumb for drawing 2 of my 3 basics. Spell Queller Ambush is kind of real. They have 4 white cards in hand. Things get pretty rough for us, but that's fairly unlikely. I'm unsure whether we're meant to Queller or Geist that turn. It's not very obvious. Oh my god. Why are we getting so punished for drawing 2 of our 3 basics? Why do bad things happen to good people? Why do we have to live in this kind of world? I mean, we're still in a fine position, but it's upsetting. Okay, good people is a generous description, I'll grant you. I will grant you that much. Alright. I mean, if they don't level up the Serra Ascendant here, we're in a good position. Well, shit. Huh. That is certainly a Squadron Hawk. That is certainly 18 life. 15 life, okay. 15 life is clearly more reasonable. No! Don't have a second one. Ugh. Oh my god. We have ourselves a dilemma. I think the line could plausibly be blocking and sacking the Selfless Spirit. Is that absurd? It might be absurd. Like, once they're up to 39, it gets real hard to answer these things. But yes, it's absurd. So, like, the 2 options are we can block and sack Selfless Spirit, they stay on 33, we untap half the Serra Ascendant, and then we're drawing to, like, there's, like, nothing we can draw to actually kill them, to actually get them below 30, though, is the problem. So it just doesn't actually work. The alternative is we take 6, but we can Coco, try and make our board, like, wide enough that we can eat a Serra Ascendant in combat with our Selfless Spirit sack. Yeah, that's better. If we hadn't got strip mined by the second Field of Ruin, I think we'd actually be, like, winning this game, because we'd got to path this, but as it is, our mana situation's just too awkward now. I could Coco now to, like, try and grab the Hexproof, but I've got this Spell Queller on Vial, so I think I just want to pass the turn. Oh wait, no, we know what's in their hand, don't we? Fuck. Ranger of Eos. Yep, of course, of course. Alright. Ranger of Eos is also scary. Ranger of Eos certainly gets 2 6/6s. We have this Spell Queller for it, though. So you can just, like, leave the Spell Queller on board as a ticking time bomb. Sounds great. Alright. We need to cross our fingers over here. Pretty sure I need to do this, though. It's pretty good. If I get a Phantasmal Image, I guess Phantasmal Image Serra Ascendant is really bad, right? I can Phantasmal Image the... No, this can't copy the Drogskol Captain, can it? This can't copy the Drogskol Captain, because they're entering at the same time. So I want to just get a Supreme Phantom then. Do we get to eat both Serra Ascendants? If we sack the Selfless Spirit, we have 4+2, 4+3. Oh, the Geist doesn't get to block though, huh? So we don't. I had to flash in the Spell Queller. I have to Spell Queller the Ranger though, so this is we wouldn't have been doing that anyway. Yeah, they fly for sure. So I guess what I'm doing is blocking here and sacking here. Because then they don't gain life in combat. We're a bit softer Wrath of God for the rest of the game, but they don't have one in hand. Or didn't last turn. Unless they were like bluffing us. We eat this, we have the Path for the second one. We have Spell Queller for the Ranger. So currently things are like kind of loosely under control, question mark. If they don't cast the Ranger, we even get to like start activating this maybe sooner or later. Making some free freeze. You do not know how we are not dead. Why would we be dead, Marcus? We're in such a great position, kind of. Question mark. Oh, yeah, I know what you mean, sorry. Yeah, somehow we're not dead. It's kind of absurd. Yeah, for sure. I get ya. I guess I'm just attacking these two. I don't really want to like trade this stuff into Squadron Hawks. If I can help it. They can trade most of their board with the Geist. I think I'm kind of cool with that though. It, like, clears up the airways, means they can't like possibly try and race me. Yeah, I think this is good. They play Wrath of God. Most Martyr proc lists have Wrath of God in them. Yeah, you can Reason. That's how Exalted works with Geist. It's kind of weird, but... Oh, I'm very okay with them chump blocking. That's great for me. Jeez. Now we have Path for the Serra Ascendant, Spell Queller for the Ranger. Because of Drogskol Captain, we can... Oh, they get to loop Squadron Hawks. Okay. Exciting. Yeah, so Mistveil Plains put Squadron Hawks on the bottom of their library, which means they get to loop the Squadron Hawks back into their deck and keep digging them out. So that's kind of gross. They get like loads of chump blockers, but I think it's fine. I think we're in a very okay position here. Yep. Uh-huh. You do you. Ah, this is great. Alright, I'm not flashing this in. We just always need to have an answer for Ranger. Ranger is like how we lose this game, right? That's interesting. I almost just want to make it 1-1, but yes, I make this instead. I think I'm just running back the same attacks as last turn, because if they want to trade most of their board with a Geist, that's not terrible for me. And like, this still pushes a bunch of damage. Oh, Hierarch lets me do both. You're right, Reavowed. I've been like... Whoa. Okay then. That's pretty good. Ugh. Jeez. I don't think I can afford to Spell Quell this, because we know they have a Ranger Revius in hand. I guess... No, we just can't. Right? Yeah, we just can't afford to Spell Quell this because of the Ranger Revius. If we'd cast the Wanderer pre-combat, we'd have forced them to cast this. Yeah, this is probably fine. It's kind of gross, but we can, like, play through it, right? It's going to put some, like, creatures in our yard for the Moorland Haunt. We still have our Lords in play. We're probably fine. It looks rough, but... Alright, 100% killing the Thraben Inspector instead of the Squadron Hawk, since they just recycle the Hawks anyway. What was under our Spell Queller? There wasn't anything under the Spell Queller, right? Please tell me there wasn't. Am I forgetting about something? There was nothing under it? Good. That is a relief. I was fairly sure there wasn't, but I was also concerned. Yeah, we flashed it in response to field, that's right. I forgot about that. Okay, that's a relief. Yep, get back the Squadron Hawk. Keep on grinding. We really want to draw another Lord. Once we draw another Lord, our attacks get so... Oh, whoa. They're just running out the final Squadron Hawk. Isn't that just great for us? It means they can no longer do the loop. Oh, never mind. They have a Myria. Fucking hell. Alright. That's a problem. Things are kind of slipping away from us a tiny bit. Myria. Myria's going to return Serra Ascendant. Do I just need to... Flashing in Spell Queller doesn't even do anything. I don't think we can actually win anymore. I think the game's gone too long. I'm like... fairly certain we can't win this anymore. Yeah, I think that's the case too, Alex. I think the Myria is probably game over. We just have no way to interact with it. Like, no real good attacks here either. Like, we can attack with these two, and what does it achieve? They just, like, recycle these. Huh. Guess we're not attacking. I guess the way we win this is drawing like Coco into multiple Lords to make our creatures bigger than this Serra Ascendant at some point. Seems improbable, but I guess it's like not impossible. I guess a path to Exile also just gets the Serra Ascendant out of the way, and then we get to keep playing Magic too. Yeah, so we can still win this. We have, like, live draws. It's not great, looking great for us, but we're, like, still very in this game. We're, like, spewing out tokens so that if we do draw a good one here, we'd, like, suddenly have a huge Air Force, which is pretty nice. Rattlechains. That's a plausible reason. I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna ship the turn back. This board state is why you don't play creature decks. This board state is... It isn't that complicated, but it's got some stuff going on. God, they've got their own Phyrexian arena built up here. Emiria plus Thraben Inspector, just like everything you could want in life. Nice. Oh, keep making free freeze. Fine. Technically does something, I guess. I'm not sure, Alex. I could not answer you that one. I am a bit surprised by it too. I am also not going to complain. 7/7, yeah. Need to keep making creatures to keep this online. This is currently looking the tiniest bit awkward, I'm not gonna lie. I was not expecting our opponent to have like Lingering Souls in their deck. I think these might get boarded out here. It seems like they're much more mid-rangey than the Martyr builds I'm used to seeing. Martyr builds I'm used to seeing have like Wrath of God and stuff in them, you know? We've seen like nothing like that from our opponent. I mean, as long as they're not attacking, we get to keep playing this game, so like I guess I'm gonna keep playing. This is game 2, Lobster. Martyr Frog has everything in their deck. They really do. They really do. At least we are ahead on time. What did they reveal? Ranger Revios? Look at us being smart and drawing Spell Queller. We're so smart drawing the Spell Queller. Nah, I think this game's very winnable, Marcus. I think conceding this would be aggressive. I'm actually gonna cast this Rattlechains, I think? Question mark? I don't know if this is correct or not. Probably doesn't matter too much. Nice. Alright. Now stuff happens. Who was asking me to concede? Show yourselves. Show yourselves. I think these are the attacks, right? These look like good attacks. We want to get as many cards off their side of the board as possible so that Unified Will's live in their next turn, but we also don't really want to attack with the Lords or, like, lose a Spell Queller. Alright. Deal. Gets a Spirit in our yard for the Moorland Haunt. Pushes a bunch of damage. So it's looking not terrible for us. Top of the deck rigged for ratings, clearly. I am stumbling over my words, jeez. Look at me being coherent. Future Ascendants are shrunk, kinda. They get to dig up some Squadron Hawks for the Martyr they have in their hand. I guess I could have made a Spirit in our turn to push one more damage, but I kind of want to have Unified Will up, I think. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Alright. This is gonna resolve. I'm just gonna make another Spirit, I think. If we draw a Lord, this game gets way easier. If we draw a Lord, our creatures are just so much, like, outsized theirs so much. As it is, we're kind of grinding a bunch. Alright, they just have Hawks in hand, yep. Let's just make ourselves a 1/1. Coco is very good in this deck, agree. Strong agree. Oh, they want to get this in the yard. I guess I'm just going to take the 1 damage, right? 1 damage doesn't matter. We kind of have to be careful not to die, I guess. That's starting to be a concern. Alright, so we have to not die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have to block 8 creatures. 7, 8. So we only get to attack with 3 creatures? That sucks. Alright. I guess that's the case. We only get to attack with 3 creatures because we can't afford to die here. Maybe we weren't meant to take the 1 damage. I hadn't considered that this was, like, actually turning into a race. But the fact it's, like, kind of turning into a race means, like, taking the 1 damage actually looks really rough in retrospect. Like, they'd have had 1 less creature, and we'd be on 1 more life, so we'd have got to attack for, like, with 2 more creatures, essentially. Yeah, I'm 100% blocking this time. Because, the 1 damage actually matters a lot more than I thought it did, with Lingering Souls in play. I think I'm countering this. I think this is like the 1 chance this Unified Will has to do something. I think this is actually a pretty good moment to use it. Oh my god, this game. Alright, I'll cycle that. I was probably meant to use the forest. It doesn't matter too much. Right. So again, we need to make sure we don't die on any sort of backswing. So yes, we're swinging with these. Also, I could swing with the Spell Quellers too. And then if they try and, like, gang block a Spell Queller, I use Selfless Spirit to save it. That was probably legitimate. Gavany's not in this list, I assume, because this board state is very unusual. This is like an extreme board state. Also, like, normally you draw more Lords by this point, right? As well. We don't actually have any more fetchables in our deck, so we wouldn't play out that Heath even if we could. Derp 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 derp. They sure are spinning their wheels very effectively. They're gonna get to gain 9 life off their Martyr of Sands now, which is pretty good for them. As long as they don't answer this Drogskol Captain, we've kind of got some stuff going on though. Proclamation of Rebirth. Gross. Alright, that might be game over. We feel like we have to win this game? 4 minutes is loads of time. Don't you worry, Alex. We are fine. We are less fine. Jeez, that's a good Ranger of Eos. That is a very strong Ranger of Eos. That got 2 Sarah Ascendants. Ooh, we have this Aether Vial. Alright. Let's do this. Right click. Attack all. Go ahead. Oh. Maps is for blockers. Maps is for blockers. I have to assume these attacks are good though. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12. They go to 1. Oh my god, we killed them. They messed up. They messed up. They messed up. This is great. So, we sack the Selfless Spirit to trigger our Mausoleum Wanderer. Oh my god, taste it. Jesus Christ. I need a moment. I need a moment. Oh my god. That was a great game. That was a great game. Jeez. Did anyone else see that coming, by the way? I saw that coming, but I didn't want to say anything and spoil it. Oh my god, I'm gonna go get some water before this next one. Then we'll finish off this league. Currently 4-0. That was great. Jeez. GG's, opponent. Onto the final round. Going for the 5-0. Oh, you got a clip of it? Thanks, Stunlock. Appreciate it. That is a nice clip. Jeez. Thanks, Raisin. They played around one Lord but not a Coco, that's true. Jeez. Alright. I would personally quite like the 5-0. Just like lock in my deck list for Stockholm 2 weeks in advance. So what happened, Amy? They blocked enough creatures so that if we flash in a Lord, they would go to 1. But we get to, in addition to like flashing in the Lord, we can also sack the Selfless Spirit and then eat it with our Moorland Haunt to make a Spirit. And one of the creatures that wasn't blocked gets bigger whenever a Spirit enters the battlefield. So it was like this really weird line to pump the Spirit mid-combat. It's kind of great. Hey there, stream team. Good day. This is not exciting, but it's probably fine. We don't have a Vial or a Hierarch, which makes me like less excited, and like Phantasmal Image isn't a true 2-drop. It's kind of hard for me to send this back in the dark though. There are definitely matchups I'd mulligan this hand, but I think in the dark I meant to keep it. Do I want to hold open path or save myself 2 life? I think I'm just going to save myself 2 life, since I don't really want to path early anyway. I would agree with that, Alex. Ooh, Field of Ruin in a Devoted Company deck is interesting. I've not seen that before. It's like fairly unusual. Maybe they're just straight green-white or something. It does feel a bit weird, Freed. You have to make room for like... oh, this explains it. If they're playing a night package, then the field makes sense, right? Yeah. It is a bit weird, Freed. I think the idea is that you have vials. You have to fit in vials somehow. And that you have like lots more 2-drops now as well, with Supreme Phantom. Am I just pathing the night? I'm probably just pathing the night before it can get going. It sucks not having Spell Queller open for company. I get to go path night, play Vial, hold up second path, which is pretty decent. And then like can have Spell Queller open forever after that point. It's like possible the night doesn't matter. But I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Could be Todd Stevens' deck from this weekend. He didn't have Vizier, did he? He didn't have the Devoted combo, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, the protection from Rattlechains is nice, for sure. I feel like a lot of people play around that now, though. Like, people are much more aware of that card than they used to be. Makes it, like, a bit worse. It's still good, though. It's definitely, like not getting to play as many Rattlechains is, like, a very serious downside, right? You're definitely losing something there. Thank you so much, Stunlock, for that Twitch Prime. Thank you so much for the support. Everyone put some hearts in chat for our new subscriber. I really appreciate it. There's been so many subs today, it's great. So much support and positivity. Thanks, Stunlock, that's awesome. Ooh, we can path the Devoted Druid here. And then we just have Spell Queller open forever now. We don't have that much of a clock, which is a bit concerning, but... Tonight on World's Most Medium Code. It was like fine. They got a Devoted Druid which traded with a path, right? Which is pretty good going. I've seen worse Cocos. I've definitely seen worse Cocos. Agree it was quite medium though. Ooh, good luck with that fuzzy. I've not seen a whole lot of that deck in Modern. Why did we not path the Vizier? Because the Vizier is a 2-1 for 2. They often play more than one Vizier, Marcus. Also, like, their list is weird, right, with Field of Ruins and stuff. So, it's like, we can't just, like, assume we know what's in their deck from that perspective either. Alright, I'm not tapping out here. I'm just going to keep holding open the Spell Queller. If they have a Chord, we look really dumb, I guess. We look pretty dumb if they have a Chord, but... Rattlechains is nice. I'm fairly sure I meant to just swing with the Selfless Spirit here. It's, like, really awkward if they can Chord into a big flyer. Like a Shalai. They might have Shalai in their deck. God damn. If they chord for Shalai... The thing is, we probably can't beat them chording for Shalai anyway. Shalai is, a 3-4. So it would eat our Selfless Spirit. I think you have to do, like, yeah, a card Shalai. I'm fairly certain I have to attack here. It sucks if they have Shalai. There's also just not much we can do about that. Like, we can't just sit here not pressuring them, holding up Spell Quellers forever. What if I copy Shalai? Like, copying Shalai is nice. We still lose our Selfless Spirit, though. As far as I'm aware. Alright. So they can chord for a Devoted Druid, maybe? Yep. So they're going to chord for a Devoted Druid, which is not great for us. We do have, Spell Queller counters the first thing they try and cast of all this mana. So if their hand doesn't have too much gas in it, we could still be safe here. Obviously, if they have like a critical mass of Duskwatch Recruiters and Cocos, though, things get rough. Just have to, like, cross our fingers that they don't have much over there. Pretty sure I'm countering any Duskwatch Recruiter. Well, we have to counter Duskwatch Recruiter. I'm pretty sure I would counter a Coco as well. Another Vizier does not do very much. Oh, I can copy the Queller with Image. Nice, cool, stream team. I didn't consider that, no. So we can counter two things now. So, unless they have Chord of Cooling, we're safe. Right? Yeah. So I'm pretty sure I go ahead and Queller this Knight of the Reliquary on that basis. Pretty sure we're, like, far enough behind that the Knight's going to be hard to beat. If they have a Coco, they get to Coco in response, which is really rough. That is really rough. But I think we just have to counter the Knight. I think we're kind of like forced into it. Yeah, just the one card in hand. We should be fine here. As long as they don't have Cord, basically. Alright, let's just image the Queller, take this tracker, and then, like, we're gonna kill them over the next 2 turns. Hey, Knight Rider. This is kinda great. Do I leave this on 2? I think I take it up to 3, then I can draw another Spell Queller. Or I can also draw a land for this Coco that way. Yeah, Vial on 3. Yeah, for sure. Now we get to play Supreme Phantom, just like increase our clock a lot. Still have the Spell Queller on tap. This deck is nice, jeez. This deck is quite nice. Hit them for 9. I guess they get to start chump blocking next turn, so the Lord is actually quite a good draw from that perspective. It just, like, lowers the number of times they can chump block. Or, like, how much... increases the speed at which they have to start chump blocking, rather. So, I've heard that blue-white control is apparently a good matchup for this deck. Which is, like, kind of believable. You play at instant speed. Vial makes their counter magic bad. Coco's good against Terminus. I could see this deck being decent against blue-white. Honestly, I've just copied Andre Strasky's list. He top-8'd the GP with both Vial and Collected Company. I think the idea is it just, like, helps you be really having Vial helps you be really explosive in, like, the same way Humans is. But, like, you still want the card advantage from Coco, because Coco's just, like, so powerful in that regard. I think that's the idea of it. It's honestly felt pretty good to me. I've been pretty happy with it. It does mean you don't hit 4 mana super consistently for the Cocos, but, like, when you're not hitting 4 mana, that normally means your hand's got, like, loads of free drops you can cast instead, so... Hardened Scales could be a hard matchup for sure. I could see that being the case. What do we want here? Thalia is not terrible, but not great. She's probably just going to hurt us as much as she hurts them. I think Worship is pretty bad as well. They typically have, like, 1 disenchant effect they can tutor for when they're going off. So I don't think I want any of this. I'm, like, not opposed to the Geist. It does risk just trading off in combat for random garbage. The Wanderers are great. Honestly, I might just run back to the main deck. It feels like our main deck's pretty well set up for this sort of matchup. The only thing I could see is, like, swapping a Rattlechains for a 3rd Geist, maybe, but I'm not confident enough about that. I think our main deck's just really well set up here. Storm? Maybe. You've got Spell Quellers, which is quite nice, and Wanderers, and, like, a fast clock. You've got Paths for the Mana Monkeys. Mana Goblins, rather. I could see Storm beating this, though. Rip makes their Knights bad. I think that's too narrow. I think Knight is still fine as, like, a Mana Dork plus ramp. You know, Mana Dork plus tutor package, even if it doesn't get big. I think that's, like, a bit too narrow to spend a whole card on without seeing much more incentive for it. Yeah, the deck does seem well positioned, I agree. We've beaten Humans twice this league too. It felt pretty play draw dependent. It feels like on the draw you're probably a slight underdog. But on the play you feel like so advantaged that, like, probably overall you're favoured in the matchup on average. On the draw, I'm kind of not in love with this hand. It's very slow for this matchup, I feel. I might actually mulligan this. We've got no 1s or 2s. My string const is out of date. Thanks for the heads up, Alex. I wouldn't have noticed. His hand could be great, for sure. But I think on the draw, I think on the play it would keep this. I think on the draw it's a bit risky. Alright, if we hit 2 lands, this hand is very good. Right? I think I'm gonna keep this 2 Stream Team on the draw. Like, obviously pretty unexcited about keeping this, but I think it's better than a 5-card hand. Step 1. You are a prophet, Alex. You have seen the future. They keep playing Vizier on turn 2 instead of the good one. I just want to play some Wanderers here and then like start captaining it up next turn. I think this like adds the most power and toughness to the board. It also insulates us from Coco, which is nice. Means they like never get to sneak in a Coco here. Huh. I guess we're gonna draw another Path to Exile. Right? That's the plan. Yep. Worship. Sadly, whilst Worship's not very good against their deck, it is quite messed up against our deck. I mean, they could have no more creatures in hand, maybe. It's kind of a big ask. Nucleo. Oh my god.
Adam, I'm sure you can Caleb skill LSV whitelist your way out of this.
Thank you so much for the continued support, Nucleo. You are great. Everyone put some hearts in chat for Nucleo, our 5-month returning resubscriber. And awesome mod. Alright, I think now this game's not winnable. Pretty sure this game is no longer winnable. Pretty sure I'm gonna move on with my life here. Game 3. No worships this time. Hey, 6th best mod. Claim to fame. Alright. Run it back. It hasn't been too much of an issue so far, Andonus. You still have like 28 creatures, right? And you're like quite an aggressive Coco deck. You are looking to empty your hand fairly quickly. Oh, they could play a Rex Age for us to copy. It's so unlikely though. I feel like that would be a pretty big punt on our opponent's part. Had another Geist on the play. That's reasonable. I don't know what it would be over. Maybe it's over the Rattlechains. Another Geist could be fine. I don't know. I'm kind of iffy on, like, on that. I think the images are good. I like the images. They have some like pretty beefy creatures for us to copy. We also just like copying Spell Queller was really nice game one against them. Alright. Come on. I need this 5-0 in my life. Five-0 hype, I know, right? I did get a Jerry T sub. That was very hype, Nucleo. Agree. Oh, this Moorland Haunt. I think I'm keeping this hand though. We've got Wanderer into Phantom into like Image if need be. Wanderer is pretty nice interaction against their deck. I think this is a fine hand. I'm gonna find Hallowed Fountain here, because then any land lets us, any non-forest land lets us cast Drogskol Captain, which is pretty nice. I have a very respectable clock. One time no worship, please. Hey, skill game. Skill game, easy, etc. Alright, no Devoted Druid. Don't play Devoted Druid, opponent. Spare us the turn 2 Druid. Good start. Good start. Awesome. Deal. Alright, now we just need to fade Worship, and then we probably win this game. We just need to fade a Worship. Which sounds within our range. We are very lucky individuals on this stream. Oh, we can copy Pride Mage to kill Worship. Holy shit. Never mind. Worship does nothing. Worship is blank cardboard. Come on. Yeah, I can copy Pride Mage now. It's great. 5-0. 5-0. One time. Got chords in hand. We have this Wanderer in play. So, that's pretty unfortunate for our opponent. Second Drogskol forces chump blocks, so it's not like quite lethal. It's still pretty good. I'm gonna cancel this. It takes away lethal, but it also stops them getting a Devoted Druid, and we don't actually have lethal really because of the Birds of Paradise. We still got a 2-turn clock. I think this is good. Path to Exile is nice. Does Path to Exile give us lethal 4, 5, 6, 7? It does not. So we're just going to run out the second Drogskol. And Path should mean that like we have a very decent shot at lethal next turn. because Phantasmal Image makes all 3 of our creatures lethal. Path clears out a blocker. Yes! Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so happy. Especially after that win against Martyr Proc earlier in the league. Jeez. Spirits OP. Hashtag ban Drogskol Captain. Where are the chests? Alright, let's open one. Rishidan! Holy shit. How much is that? That is... E-price Rishidan port. Okay, it's not that much anymore. It's still a decent profit. I'll take it. It's not what it used to be, but you know, is anything. I'll take it. Let's open one more. Alright, I'm off these treasure chests. No more treasure chests. That was great though. That was a good league. How are we feeling about more Bant Spirits? Set ourselves up for a nice clean 2-3 in the next league. Crush our hopes and dreams and this deck being great. Sounds good to me.